Hello there, this is Matt, aka Rambo for Life, and doing something a little bit different. Apparently, I've reached over 10,000 subscribers. I don't know how long that lasts. By the time I upload this might be back down, but still the same ballpark, so why not do a little trip down memory lane? Going back to my channel right from the beginning. And I guess to tell a little bit of how I started on YouTube. I found YouTube way back in the day in the 2007 or so. First found out about YouTube, maybe even 2006. And I had seen these guys like Angry Nintendo Nerd, which James was at the time, and RMate21, and all these guys doing video game videos. And what's this thing called YouTube? And oh, you can make a new channel? You can have a channel of your own? Cool. So I had a first channel, which was just movie tributes, where I had still pictures, and then I worked my way up to footage. And that first channel got sat because of me uploading the entire soundtrack to Predator, which was a big no-no, but I didn't know anything about copyright stuff. Then I had a second channel, which lasted a couple years, which I took down myself, and that's where I talk about new channel, a fresh start. Here's why. This was the first video I made here in 2010, and pretty much from the start worked on the John Carpenter movies, and yes, the Fog remake, which is still a piece of shit. Back to the Future films back in the day. This is a tribute I did to my good friend Michael Keane. Wherever I mention Michael Keane, this is him. He has two channels, MLKKF Enterprises and Michael X Keane, which is video game stuff, and this is when he was playing Resident Evil 3, and one of the phrases he uses is fucking shit, and big fan of him, one of my best, dearest friends on here.
Fucking shit. It's like trying to bring down an elephant with a spit gun. Can I get in this fucking car and drive away? Fucking shit.
Good friend of mine. Then go on with the John Carpenter reviews, Starman. This is back in the day when I had maybe 11 minutes total I could upload on a video. Back in the day, that's all you had. Then they bumped it up to 15 minutes, then they bumped it up to unlimited. So I will say that's one thing that's changed for the better for YouTube. That's why most of these, they're either in 2 parts or 5 parts, and it's like 10, 11 minutes total for each part or less. Yes, folks, I actually did reviews back in the day that were only 9 minutes long or so forth. Doing vlogs, summer films coming out in 2010. The Collector, which I enjoyed, except the ending, but then the sequel came out and they fixed that. And this is back when I had not much on the wall, just a couple little Rambo pictures and such. Very blank wall. It's not like that anymore. These are podcasts I did with my friends Mike and Efree from my old channel. Talked about slasher movies, which of course led to one of the great stories I heard right here.
My mom, like you, she loves the film. You know, she loves, okay, that's real. You know, that's really out there. She looks at it differently than I do, you know. My mom, she could look at... It's funny about it, she would watch this movie like when I had company over. I never forget one time I brought a girl to the house. And the girl thought... The girl I brought home, she's like, I seen Friday the 13th. I seen Hostel. I can see this. And you got to that scene where is it? He blows up Tom Savini's head. Yeah. I turned away. She looked at me, looked at my mom. My mom's eating chips. What do you think of that scene? And stuff. And then she just got up, put her jacket, and walked right out. And I told her, I said, but you wanted to see the fucking movie. But I didn't think it was gonna be like that. I said, what the fuck? The title says Maniac. What the fuck? There was a big argument in the fucking elevator on the way down, me taking her to the train station. But you want to see this shit? I didn't want to see this shit. I wanted to show you fucking Deep Throat or something, not this shit. I didn't want to see this shit. My mom laughing and stuff like that. Man, I know she didn't do it on purpose to ruin the date. I mean, because she asked for it, because I told her my mom has horror films,
You
stuff
want to
like
sit
that.
on a date?
I mean, not the whole thing, just that part, because I knew what was coming. I knew what was coming there, and I'm like,
I just picturing you on a date watching.
But you said it in your review. It's just
Yeah, this is a podcast I did with my friend Efree, which I've uploaded the whole thing now. It's on this channel, it's on a playlist. But back in the day, I did a slasher film, going through the history of slasher films. When we talked about Maniac, my friend Efree, first time I heard the story about him and the date gone wrong watching Maniac, and when I heard that, as if you could hear, I was choking on my drink from the whole thing. And then that's always one of the great stories from my friend Efree. The date ruined by Maniac. And then this was another podcast I did with my friends Mike and Efree about video game movies. And this is one of the things about it.
it takes place in the Wild West.
This is how bad it is, folks.
Okay.
Billy the Kid is a fucking vampire.
That's what took me out of it. That's what took me out of it, man. Exactly. I can't defend the film. Exactly.
It's like something Joe Bob Briggs would talk about, like Jesse J.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Jesse J is a fucking Billy T is a fucking vampire. Yeah.
Oh,
This is how bad it is, folks.
okay.
Billy the Kid is a fucking vampire.
That's what took me out of it. That's what took me out.
And then that led to reviews like Extreme Measures, going finishing up the John Carpenter stuff. Then my old DVD and VHS collection, which is very different from now. This is when I had my DVDs strictly in my room, where they were built up, or either they were built up or they were put in shelves. And then I finally said, you know what? I'm just going to have a DVD room, and got a room where just has all my DVD stuff. But this is when I was just stacking them up on my shelf and put them into the shelves. From Dust Till Dawn 3, reviewed those. Avatar. Yeah, I'm sure I was one of the first people that talked trash about Avatar. And even back then, with the 10, 11 minute limit, I still had needed 5 parts to do it. Never liked it from the get-go. And my Alien reviews. This is an old review I did with my friend Efree when he was on YouTube, where we co-did a review of Aliens, and I tried to edit the footage together. This is definitely where I had much longer hair. BS Cast, summer films of 2010, seeing what films were coming out. From The Expendables, to Predators, to Machete, to The Karate Kid, to the A-Team movie, to Max Payne in my ass. Did this with my friend Efree. And this picture is because with the beard and the hair, I kind of looked like this guy from the Hills of Ice remake. And then my friend Efree, he really likes the... Well, so do I. The character Miguel Ferrer played in Deep Star 6. He could relate to him a lot, so... I put those as sort of representations of us. And this BS cast is where I first came up with 20th Century Fuckface. We'll talk about Predators, and there's another video where I mention that, but 20th Century Fuckface. We're talking about Predators. I'm like, I don't trust 20th Century Fuckface, and I was right. Halloween 25 Years of Terror. His name was Jason. Talking about the documentaries like Never Sleep Again. Reviewing movies like Predator films. North. I forgot I ranted on North. Feature Kill, which I tried to watch. and it just couldn't like it. Nightbreaker, which is this made-for-cable film with Emilio Estevez and Martin Sheen, which I thought was fairly decent. Long ago, we had done a Jean-Claude Van Damme podcast, and this is segments talking about Universal Soldier Regeneration. It's like, oh, look what Stallone's doing with Rambo and Spinballs. Why couldn't Van Damme do that? Why is he doing this shitty movie where he's back to being a zombie? The Wolfman, movies that could have been. Funny enough, this one here, and TMNT and Michael Bay, development news. If you watch this video here, I was actually looking forward to the new Ninja Turtle movie, produced by Michael Bay. So people who say I was always negative, I was much more lenient and positive back in the day. I really was. This video is proof of it. I was giving it a shot. And here's proof in this video. I clicked on it, but I don't know where in the video, so it'd be like me messing around for 10 minutes looking. But I know in this video I said I look forward to it because I like Michael Bay's movies. He directed like The Rock and Bad Boys 1 and 2. And if he brought that kind of, just as a producer, but action and characters. Because I like the characters in The Rock. I like the characters in Bad Boys 1 and 2. But I was fooled and bamboozled and fucked. DVD and VHS. Yes, one point I had fucking this movie on VHS. Ben Stiller as a rabbi and Edward Norton as a priest trying to hook up with Jenna Elfman. I don't know if any other person remembers Keeping the Faith. Going through the Child's Play movies, Day of the Dead remakes, hated it even back in the day. You had Imprint, which was a crazy Masters of Horror episode that was banned. Lost Boys. The reason this has a thumbnail is when I found out when you could do thumbnails later on, because back in the day you had no option to do a thumbnail. No option at all. And then when they did, I'll go back and put it on there. And this is when I worked at the video store called Mr. Movies. This is when video stores were still around. And I would rent movies for free, so that's why I saw films like Furnace and things of that nature. Monster, The Asylum, Cloverfield ripoff. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. I shit you not. Uncle Bill, guys at Dead Pit. Was very friendly with the guys at deadpit.com. Uncle Bill and CK, Creepin' Kentuckian. They had this show that I would listen to all the time called Dead Pit, horror talk radio show. And I would go on their forums. I actually had a chance one point to do a segment on one of their shows about weekly rants. But then after the first or second one, a couple people were saying like death threats and hate mail. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to mess with their stuff. And they were like, hey, it's so cool. You could keep doing it. We want you to. And I'm like, it was the mentality of, I don't want to come into someone's house and piss on their rug, Big Lebowski style. I don't want to come in someone's house and piss on their hospitality. And I don't want to ruin what someone else has going for it. It's their show. So, but they were always nice to me, kind to me. And like Uncle Bill, he sent me the Jacob's Ladder poster and this My Blade Valentine poster. So he's always been very kind to me. Both of them have. A lot of people have, so I've been very fortunate. Q&A. This is, again, you only had 11 minutes, so 26 parts. Yeah, this guy named Shitcase Cinema asked me to be part of his video for The Relic. I guess he, for some reason, liked what I was doing. Haven't heard from him since, but yeah, he let me be part of this video of The Relic of Shitcase Cinema, which was pretty cool. The Crazies. So that remake wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. Against the Dark, my early fight against Steven Seagal, the 18 TV show and movie. My friend Mike and Efree and I talked about horror films we hated. There's another podcast we did. Mike brought up films like Children of the Night. Efree brought up films like Zombie Diaries, which I saw later, and that was a piece of shit. We all brought up Alien 3. That's when I used to hate Psycho a lot more than I do. Now at least I think it's okay. But The Exorcist I still don't like. I'm sorry. I prefer Exorcist 3. The Extra. I think my friend Efree brought up Quarantine, which is pretty bad. What the fuck Hollywood? Yeah, Raptors is piece of monkey shit movie about with Eric Roberts and Corbin Bernstein where they stole footage from Corner Store 1, 2, and 3. And this is my long thoughts on Predators, my first thoughts, which have become only angrier as time has gone by. Clash of the Titans, Repo Man, Beverly Hills Cop films. Oh, this is when my friend lost his channel the first time, Phantasm. The heart attack snack, I know a lot of people mention this. I don't really do this anymore because it's a bit unhealthy. Pretty much pop some popcorn and you melt a bunch of butter, you put it around, and then you put powdered cheese on it. It was delicious, but yeah, it's not the most healthy thing to do, so I don't do it anymore. But that's a video that a few people mention to me from time to time. Stone Cold, great Brian Bosworth movie. Speed 2, not so good movie. I think after Machete and Predators, that's when I started calling Robert Rodriguez Robbie Rod. I Rant on the Telephone, which is a piece of shit movie with Whoopi Goldberg. One of the worst films I've seen from the 80s. Nah, nah, nah. Back then in October, I was doing this list of 69 favorite horror films, which some of them unfortunately are gone now. Even back then, I was talking about Joe Bob Briggs. For a while, I was doing these shitty player, shitty game where I just played an NES game until I died and show my comic book collection. This is where I played the arcade game Aliens. The only arcade game I played on this channel because while it doesn't look like it in these videos, when I was recording this, the screen kept flickering. It didn't show on the completed video, but it kept flickering. It was so hard to play it. So I don't know if there's an easier way to record arcade games, at least on a laptop, because I don't have the OBS thing and stuff, and it doesn't work well on this laptop. Yeah, that's why some of these are numbered, because it's part of my 69 favorite horror films, which I'm sure that list is very different nowadays, because this was about 7 years ago. Lost Boys to Thursday, yeah, Lost Boys 3, that's a film that's not that bad. That was much better than the second film. For a direct-to-video movie, I think this is actually a pretty damn decent flick. Blood Diner. Weirdly enough, the director, Jackie Khan, mentioned my... Somewhere she mentioned my review of this in, written form. I got a comment from someone. I don't know if it's still on here. But they said it was Jackie Khan. Oh, yeah, I'm Jackie Khan. I don't even know if it's still on here. Might not be. But... Oh, no. Uh, okay. Here it is. My old review was quoted. This YouTube review of Blood Diner. This is from my older channel. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but I just did. It's just an insane fucking movie with insane parts. You're watching it, it gives these curves that you didn't see coming until probably I just told you and showed you in the review. But it's just, I don't even know how else to review it, you know? It's just insane. It's an insane fucking movie. Uncle Bill, you're insane for liking it, and I'm insane for liking it too. It's just insanity incarnate, but it's a lot of fun. That was from my old review of it on my other channel, which I thought was pretty damn cool. I just back in the day, how many people fucking commented on Blood Diner? It wasn't this review. It was an older review. That's what it was. Even this is bringing me back memories. Alien 3, what if, what could have, what should have been. Even back then, I was still angry about Alien 3. Cyborg sequels. God damn. A Serbian film. This is a little podcast segment I did with my friends, which at the time I had not seen the movie. And then, oh, give it a chance. I did see it, and I don't like the movie. I don't even think it's a film. To me, if that's a film, Two Girls, One Cup is a film. Just the same fucking thing. Then a lot of random reviews. This is when I had my oral surgery where my 4 wisdom teeth were taken out, which that was not a lot of fun. Because when you're dosed up with Vicodin, it was the worst time of throwing up that I've ever had in my life. Was this Vicodin stuff, and the worst night of throwing up was because of that in my entire life. This is when I was trying to do effects on videos with this old webcam that was on this computer, which is why these older videos are so gray looking. It was the webcam connected with this computer. And that's what I would use. And yeah, the video effects didn't work that well. Of course, the Golden Child, loved it even back then. Star Crystal. First time viewing was something I did where I reviewed a bunch of movies. It was the first time I had ever seen them. I found some gems like Shakma, and I found some bad shit. Like, that was when I think I first saw Feeders 1 and 2, and this one, The Star Crystal, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Why? Well,
What about the girl Sharon? She didn't intend harm. Pissed. Fucking pissed. Did you went after with a fucking tendril, you fucking chum-looking motherfucking shithead. Fucking E.T. Mountain, switch your fucking brain. Fucking fuck. The alien becomes a Jehovah's fucking witness. Oh, I do self-defense. You killed like all the people, zapping them in the air. How the fuck was that self-defense? Killing all those people on the fucking space station? How the fuck was that self-defense? You went after the fucking bitch. She had a fucking rage. Don't know what the fuck happened with that. You come after with a fucking 10-year-old. What do you expect? A fucking hug? A blowjob? Fuck this fucking movie. I'm done. First time viewing, first time fucking done.
if you look at the cover of this movie, you would not think that they would have that alien that reads an electronic Bible on the computer and then starts talking muffled English and saying, "I'm sorry, it was self-defense." And then would you think that the same movie that started out with this thing killing people left and right would, again, read an electronic Bible, renounce his sins, get the people who you killed their friends to fix your spaceship, and then have a song that literally is sung by the actress who voiced Daphne in the old Scooby-Doo cartoons? And This is a real reaction, folks. That's Daphne from Scooby-Doo singing. I was dumbfounded. I was dumb fucking founded. Would you ever believe it? Who would believe it? Fuck. What the fuck? That's how it ends. That's how this movie fucking ends. Christ. That fits it perfectly. That's my reaction to this day. So you get to talking about more about your dead pets, supporting them. They had a documentary coming out. More ode to my friend Michael Keane and the journey of Resident Evil 3 that he played. Was still up on his video game channel, Michael X Keane. This is when I bought the Cyborg Director's Cut. I got ripped off. ATA won my money back. Which I did because someone offered more money than I paid, and I sold it to them. So it worked out well for the best. Pissing off directors. I wonder who that was. I don't know if it was Worf Keeter. I don't know who it was at that point. I pissed off a lot of directors. Rolling Vengeance was a podcast I do with my friend Efree on Rolling Vengeance, which I can't believe got a release, which is cool. Rubber, that's a quirky, weird little movie. Gangland, that's a piece of shit movie. That's pretty much a remake of Cyborg. Or Annihilation, Hobo with a Shotgun. This is when I talk about bad movie VHS DVD covers, which are a lot of fun. This, I don't know if anyone remembers this. GoAnimate. I don't know if it's something that you can buy nowadays and edit stuff, but for a little while, for free on YouTube, you could use this program to try to animate stuff. And it was for like a limited time, I guess, to test it out. And you could put like you could create different shirts and colored hats, and you voice it, and it will try to sync it up. It didn't work, but it tried to.
I am so sick of Hollywood. The shitty prequels, the shitty remakes, the FAQs, the Robbie Ross, the Jimmy Cammies, the machetes, and all that shit. So they can either kiss my gold-plated dick or scratch the itch out of my ass. Go fuck yourself, Scooter.
Create with GoAnimate. Like my friend Mike, he has a couple. Like one on Captain America. Going to see Captain America.
Dude, you better shut the fuck up. I'm gonna slap you in the face with my dick. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! I will choke you with my dick until you're fucking coughing up cum and then fucking weeks.
Till you're coughing up cum for 10 fucking weeks. Yep. That's what I should do to Michael Bay. GoAnimate. This is a program that it was so weird that for a little while they let people use this. It was weird and interesting. Never bothered to buy the program though. I don't even know if it's still around, GoAnimate. This is when it was like a birthday of mine. I did a Ninja Turtle marathon, so I did like my history of the Ninja Turtles, talked about the comics, including Body Count, Raphael and Casey Jones, the 80s cartoon, the TV shows, the What If movies, Behind the Shells, making a VHS tape. This is one where I was much more angry about the 2007 movie. I still have problems with the film, but it's not nearly... It's a masterpiece compared to Michael Bay's produced bullshit. Although Leo is still a dickhead, two-faced prick in this movie, but the Michael Bay produced stuff is much worse. And you have stuff like this.
Yes, sir? Listen, I hate to tell you, but some fucked up people and fucked up suits and fucked up shit go on every fucking channel. If you don't turn it off, kids are gonna see this. Every goddamn brain cell in their head is going to explode and piss down their pants, okay? You gotta shut it off, okay? Shut it off. Oh shit, it's on another channel, okay? You gotta fucking shut that off too, okay? They're singing rap. Rap, okay? The shit don't fucking rhyme that well. Rap and rap. What kind of fucking rhyme is that? Shut it off. I've been rapping all night long. Oh shit. Kids, how about hoping we sing my favorite Christmas song? It's still on. It's still fucking on. Shut it off. Shut it off. La 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 la. Shut it off. Shut it off. La 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 la. Santa Claus will... Shut it off. Shut it off. Shut it off. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
That was sort of my ode to Halloween 3, which is a film I have always enjoyed. And even did my final thoughts on Ninja Turtles, and this is when Nickelodeon bought them, so I didn't realize the horror that was coming my way as a fan. This is when I tried a couple videos out in my kitchen, but it didn't work out well. This is a t-shirt I still have that someone sent to me. I think my friend Michael Teen sent this to me. A Rambo Rap for Life t-shirt, which is really cool. Uncommon Valor, that's a film I always want to talk about. Criminally underrated movie from the 80s. To me, one of the most criminally underrated movies of all time. I was doing video game movie reviews. Area 51. I think that was when my friend Michael Teen was playing this, and I got to a certain point and wanted to... He was stuck on a part? I'm not sure. Might have just been playing for shits and noodles. My friends and I talking about action films we love, like Shoot 'em Up, Cobra, Equilibrium, Nemesis, 50-50. I don't know if this person's around, but Shadow Pimp 2500. Very nice person who drew pictures of me in my room, which I had the Jacob's Ladder and Expendables posters. I don't know if you're still around, man, but if you ever see this, thank you so much for that. Anytime something like that happens, it's really humbling. It truly is. Thank you. Yeah, Serious Sam, I tried that. That was a piece of that wasn't that great of a game. I prefer the first game. This is when we saw the trailer to the Thing prequel, and we were pissed off. It's hard for us to get together to talk because we're both in different time zones. I think Mike and Efree, they're like 2-3 hour difference in a time zone. That'd be pretty tough. Oh, this is the one for Michael Keane. Here's the Health Area 51. Okay. I guess I was trying to get to this point, so I'm like, let me record myself getting to that point. Yeah, Explorers. I love the movie until the third act, but then the third act just kills me, man. It does. when that fucking alien starts acting like Bugs Bunny. God, it's such a great movie. And the shitty finale. I reviewed the American Ninja films, including 4 and 5. Runaway, love that film with Tom Selleck. And a lot of people, I don't know if they even around anymore. Like Robes Marlin, thank you to him. And I think there was a time it was the webcam. I think that was the webcam because the reason the picture got better is because someone sent me a webcam, which was amazing to me. I'm still thankful to that day. That's why you see like these videos have not that best look, and these are much improved. It was amazing. That just blew me away. My little pussy. That was me trying to be clever because I'd got a kitten there. The worst trilogy of all time, which had to be taken down because of copyright, but there was Nemesis 2, 3, and 4. But this had a little bit of a trailer there. There's a review of some Olivier Gruner films like Angel Town and Nemesis, which are good. I forgot I reviewed Commando back in the day. Damn. I Come in Peace, which I love. Blind Fury. The Shadow, The Phantom. See, I forgot I reviewed The Phantom. Q&A the movie, Blood and Bone. What's cool about this, the director actually left a comment on this. Fix that aspect ratio. But right here, thank you, my man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Ben Ramsey. Ben Ramsey's channel. The director of the film, Blood and Bone. I thought that was really cool. So sometimes this nice stuff does happen. And I still enjoy that film to this day. Shit. There we go. Wanted to fix the aspect ratio again. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, Paul, which that's a film that's pretty forgotten, but I liked that movie. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which I know a lot of people liked. I did not. This is when I was reviewing other Jeff Speedman films like The Expert, Running Red. Last Man Standing, that's a very underrated Jeff Wincott direct-to-video film. Same name as a pretty good Bruce Willis film as well. Corey, Freddy 3911, this is a nice guy who had sent me autographs and DVDs. Thank you so much. This is when I try to do videos on this ugly-ass couch I had, which gotten rid of. And plus, the lighting was weird because it made everything green type. It just it didn't work. So there's a lot of random reviews. Judgment Night, that's a fun one. Battlefield Earth. My friend said I ranted on Steven Seagal. This is before I watched every single one of these fucking direct-to-video movies. That's a very fun podcast to do with my friends. And this, oh my god, I forgot about this.
Good life, man. In Miami. Pussy to fuck. The man to fuck with. The drugs to snort. And they fucking with his man, man. They fucking with a woman. They fucking with a cat. Don't fuck with this woman. Done, man. Some fucking thing. Written by some guy named Brian Palmer. Starring this guy named Al Cappuccino. Yeah, a little something, little fucking star that Michelle Heffer, Robert Ludi, sorry, a little bit of Roberto Ludi, Mary Elizabeth Tarantino, Stephen Bow Wow, but yeah, Al Cappuccino, starring in a little fucking movie. Great motherfucking acting, great motherfucking directing, great motherfucking set, great motherfucking time. Ain't nothing wrong with the fucking movie, man. You see this movie, man? Hey, you keep walking, motherfucker. I'm watching you, man. She's stupid. She's riding fucking pee-hole, man. Don't fuck with me, man.
I don't know. I've Starface. I knew a friend named Cody Santana, and this is the only time Cody Santana appeared on the channel. So maybe one day Cody Santana will appear. I'll give him a call. But I don't know. I figured Starface had these sunglasses I never used, and I had toothpicks. For some reason, I put a toothpick in my shirt. I don't know. I just figured it'd be funny, just to see if someone would notice that there was a toothpick in the shirt. I figured, well, if lose the toothpick, he has another spare. So a little bit of Razor Ramon, and of course Scarface. But the toothpick was from Razor Ramon. Because he always take the toothpick and just throw it at people's faces. Done reviewed the Halloween films, Hellraiser films. Yes, I do know there's a new one, so I'm sure I'm gonna have to suffer through it one day. Hellraiser 1 through 8, because the ninth one was coming out at that point. Friday the 13th films. Well, there you go. One of the worst movies I've seen, Hellraiser Revelations. Then I did a marathon of found footage movies, Blair Witch Project, Defending It, Butcher Shouts Blair Witch 2, The Fourth Kind, The Last Broadcast, Zombie Diaries, which is fucking terrible. Saints vs. the Food Spirit, which I didn't mind. 84 Charlie Mopic, I liked. I know it's going to be a long one, folks, but fuck it. It's a long trip down memory lane. Tremors, videos coming soon to DVD Blu-ray. Even back in the day I did that. Hot Topics, I thought I was going to do more of these. George Lucas is when he was saying, oh, I want to literally destroy the original versions of Star Wars for my special editions, which I took issue with. Tetsu Chisel Master movies, reviewed those. Oh, we're watching the Three Stooges movies, 8 seconds long.
Three Stooges trailer? Fucking such assholes, fucking such my dick. Fuck that.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up. And the movie itself. McAllister Media Corp. Sadly, he doesn't make videos, but he had this nice video about 100 years of Paramount Pictures, so I kind of did response. This is when you could do response videos, and you could actually attach them to other people's videos. That's another thing people don't remember. If back to the old days of YouTube, let's say you had a video right here, right? Let's say it's right here where my cursor is. Below the video, you could have other videos attached that are responses. So it's like if you watch the video, you click on a video below, that's a direct response to the video you're watching. And then they took that away for some reason. But this is just me talking about Paramount movies that I enjoy. I think this is before I thought of them as pair of pricks. Cat in the Hat, which is a piece of shit. And a lot of films I like. SWAT, For Pairs of Love, The Cell with my Blair Witch Project t-shirt, which I still have. Kojak the Nightstalker. Big fan of this TV show. I love Darren McGavin's Nightstalker. I love the stuff that he did on that show. I love that it was standalone episodes. And I think that, yeah, I did like a little nod to the intro of that show. Man, that video's from 2012, and that computer in that is the same computer I'm using today. And then what's funny, at the beginning here, right here, see, that's where my DVDs used to be before I had the DVD room. This is how I have my DVDs stacked like this, ready to go to the ceiling. I'm like, okay, I just... And it shows how little my collection was, the fact I could fucking fit it all there. Now it's much bigger, so I'm like, funny, I just made an entirely different room. But that's how it was. Yeah, that's an X-Files I Want to Believe poster. The reason I had that is because my mom sent it to me in the mail. Because she knows I like the X-Files. She didn't know I didn't like the movie, so, you know, it's mom, so. Okay, ma. Oh, yeah, me and Apollo 18. Horrible fucking found footage movie.
Get a hammer and damn! The fuck was that?
Apollo 18 with the fucking moon rocks. Yeah, it's at the end.
Shit.
And that's music from Stephen King's Graveyard Shift right there.
Yeah, I see, yeah. Because, there's rocks on the floor and they turn into a monster. It's gonna kill me. Do it now, do it. Do it. Come on, do it now. Do it. Come on, do it. Do it. Kill me now, do it. Do it. Come on, Moonrock, do it. Do it. Do it, 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 do it. Come on, do it, 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 do it. Suck it, eat it, do it, do it. See, Moon was like, fuck you up, beat me. Hey, I'm talking to you, fool. How should we handle the situation?
Hey, those were my Bruce Lee nunchucks. I still have them to this day. I have them hanging right over there, actually. And the thing is, like, I don't do a lot of the skits anymore because it has to be out of the blue inspiration instead of forcing stuff out. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. Jan Hall, he's another producer, sent me a lot of nice stuff throughout the years. Thank you so much. Paranormal Activity movies. This is like my friend Michael Keen Fantas had this idea where each of us would review the same movie on each of our channels. So it was like Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes, which he liked and I did. Frauds, which I liked and he didn't. I think we both did Chrome Skull Lady Rest 2 as well. Podcast Us versus the World. Just Beam is the Perfect Weapon, which guy that finally did get a Blu-ray. Clear Dave, God man, I don't know if he's still around. Daily Outbreak, which sadly not and Clear Dave, if you're watching, thank you so much. I don't want to disregard that. And this, like, I have this on a DVD-R thanks to a guy, Classic Rocker, which had a. I wish this had a actual release. Still not on official DVD or Blu-ray in the U.S. for some reason. But a very nice guy named Classic Rocker has sent me a bunch of stuff, including this, which was very nice of him. Very nice of him to do so. And I love Daily Outbreak. Jack and Jill went up the hill, and they sucked. This is when, oh, Roll Cop and Total Recall remakes. Great. They turned out so wonderful. Once again, always a film I wanted to defend, criminally underrated. Sim Part 2, piece of shit. Mimic 3, had pretty much Rear Window, but with Mimic. Didn't mind it. Dark City I liked. Cabin in the Woods, we had both seen this film. We didn't care for it, so yeah. We both had seen Haywire as well. We didn't really like it. Why it's not called a rant? I don't know. I guess even if I didn't like a film, I didn't label it a rant unless it was like mega fury. But nowadays, if I don't like something, I just simply title it a rant. Also, sometimes I don't label stuff like that because I want people to actually look at the video and then decide. Because if they just look at rant, oh, okay, automatic thumbs down. That has happened. So no, watch the video and then you can hear why I don't like the film. Tribute I did to my friend OCP. I did another one later on to my friend Michael Keane. I reviewed the Anaconda films. Forgot I did that. Box office bombs. That was something I was going to do more often. Like look at these movies that bombed big at the box office, like Cutthroat Island, Sahara, Shadow Conspiracy. But I don't know. I just didn't last that long. Bear. That's another horrible fucking flick. A bear literally has a fucking flashback. YouTube glitches. Pandorum. That's a good one. Oh, actually, this one Ben. Very nice guy. I don't know if he's around anymore, but very nice guy. And Clear Dave, thank you so much. Prom Night, I still think it's one of the worst slashers I've ever seen. Die Hard films, Prometheus, which got a lot of people pissed at me. Not so much anymore. I gave the film a second shot, I didn't like it. The Phantasm reviews. Blu-ray Red Scorpion, which I love that film. Played Resident Evil 2. This is some of the stuff that Classic Roger sent me, like Mission of Justice, another good Jeff Wincott film. Short Time, that's a really good flick. Proteus, I know someone asked me for this review. Unfortunately, I didn't like the film. Aberration, that's a film my friend Michael ZP talked about. I was curious about it. I thought it was a pretty underrated gem. It was 1997, but it feels like an 80s movie. It's really cool. The Tremors films, Predator 2, Defending It. Dark Knight Rises, which I got a lot of death threats from that. So I reviewed the other Batman films. I think Critters 1, I re-reviewed that later. So I did the sequels. The Blob, in-depth review of that. The Hitcher, which deserves a fucking Blu-ray. The remake, which sucks ass. The Total Recall remake. These pictures alone tell you that that's why I call it lens flare the movie. So many fucking lens flares. Elf DVDs in Germany. Yeah, in the US, they had the syndicated versions. Pretty much, the episodes were like 22, 23 minutes long. Then when they put them later on in the years in syndication, they had to cut 2 to 3 minutes out because they wanted to put more commercials in. Well, when they released them on DVD, they only released those cut down versions, not the full versions. But in Germany, About 98% of the episodes have the full versions. There's maybe a handful that don't, but the majority of them do. So if you want Elf, the best place to get them is in Germany. Weirdly enough, Germany loves Elf. This one, I have my hat here because I remember someone just said, "Hey, let me just see your hat for one time." I'm like, okay. Skyscraper, that's the Anna Nicole Smith movie. I remember someone asked me recently, she was in a movie? Yeah. Anna Nicole Smith meets Die Hard. Shit you not. This is a book that I had back in the day, and I found another copy of it. It was from this store named On Q when I was a kid, and it was this book that, granted, it's black and white, but they had the VHS covers and then little reviews for each of the film. And I was able to find another copy of it, so weirdly enough, probably the title for this video, Trip Down Memory Lane. And then my update, then another Blu-ray DVD collection, me reviewing the Crow films, Dread 3D, this is when I got back from the theater, and this is when I was pissed that it bombed. Go see Dread 3D. Yeah, that really worked out, didn't it? Nope. Rush Hour 3, I think I bought that to give it another shot. Didn't work out. This was Halloween, so I think at this point, I, for some reason, only had my 15-minute limit. So I did horror movie reviews for 15 minutes or less. Some of my favorites, like The First Power, Shockma, Arachnophobia, The Fly films, Waxwork films, Wrong Turn. A nice guy sent me these movies like Home Record and High Desert Kill, and he wanted my opinion on them. I think it was Bill Bon Jovi, I believe. Very nice guy. Deep Space is another film I saw. Wish it had a DVD Blu-ray. Fred Olin Ray wanted to do it, but MGM would not give him the time of day, so he can't do it. This is where I reviewed all the Watchers films, at least the three I liked. And I reviewed Watchers Reborn on here, because later on I re-reviewed the Watchers movies. Project Metal Beast, I saw that with my friend Mike and Efree, because Mike liked the film. And then when we were watching, he's like, man, this movie's not as good as I remember it being. The Bees, yeah, I did a little bee marathon. One of the Bees, that's where they literally turned the bees gay to stop them. I shit you not. To try to stop them, they turned the bees gay. And the Swarm, I actually like the Swarm. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. A lot of different movies, horror movies. Blue Monkey, which again I wish had a DVD, Blu-ray. Nightlife, another one I wish had it. The Nameable, I wish they had a DVD or Blu-ray in the US. There's plans to it, but those like disappeared, I guess. My friend Efree had recently rewatched the Blair Witch Project, so had a lot of fun watching it and reviewing it with him. VHS. Very horrible shit. My god, man. Horrible fucking movie. Chernobyl Diaries, same thing. Suspect Zero, really enjoy that movie. Premium Rush, underrated movie. A movie poster update, I think this is when I got my Leviathan poster. And by that time I had gotten this Cobra poster from my friend Michael Keane. Zuniga Jacob. I don't even know if these people are still around, like Zuniga Jacob and Exodus 1 Ben, and there's another guy named Ennio the Maestro, and there's a guy named Book Reader 2012 who sent me the James Bond films, and First Power 100, and Victor, and like a lot of nice people. I've been very fortunate. The Tunnel, this is a movie that's released for free on BitTorrent. Really surprised by the movie. Really liked it. Shoot 'em up, I enjoy. T-Force, one of those fun PM Entertainment movies. I got interviewed. This guy named Freaky Fucking Friday had a YouTube show. Well, he had a website, wasn't strictly YouTube, and he asked questions to me about the blob. He edited it together. Unfortunately, they don't do stuff anymore, but I was able to take that video and I put it up here, and it's on this channel. Yeah, Ben Exodus 1, that guy's been extremely kind to me. A lot of very wonderful gifts. Team of the Kickboxers, this was really cool. The reason being is the star, Lauren Avedon, actually commented on it, which is really cool. Here's the first one right here. Hey Matt, thanks for the review. I cracked up myself watching you do me streaming. As you described, I had to do some over-the-top cocky crap in that movie. There are only a few scenes where I could be likable as Jake the way he was written. As you described in the script, everything is over the top and unbelievable. That was what they wanted. For the Chinese, it's all about the fighting. Lucas Lowe was no actor's director. You said I could still do it at 50. And his day, Team of the Kickboxers was the bomb. I think I had talked with him a little bit, and talked about No Retreat, No Surrender 2, really enjoying that. And I think he's like, oh, a pleasure. That's a good parallel for me and Matt Thayer's character. He was my Han Solo. We were buddies instantly when I met him in Thailand. It shows how I worked on the film, as you noticed. Matthias, he was one of the greatest guys I know. The camera doesn't lie. I met Max and Matthias in '86. We're still friends today. You're resurrecting some great stuff that martial arts action fans may not know about. All the best. Never heard the guy. That was really cool. Haven't heard from the guy since, but that was still very cool. That made some of this stuff very much worth it. Then the collection, really enjoyed. Book Career 2012. This is when he sent me the James Bond stuff, which was insane. Thank you so much. I don't even know if that guy's still around. If you are, thank you. I thank you to Dustin. I think that's Dustin Keckler. Sadly, that guy disappeared. He was making videos and he disappeared. It's like a lot of guys. Like I remember this one guy called Movie Guru 1. I don't know where they went. This is me reviewing some underrated Arnold films. First Power 100. That's another guy who's been very kind to me. This is when I was getting death threats on The Dark Knight Rises. I'm like, I'm going to defend my viewpoint. This is when someone had sent me the Errol Flynn movies, and I tried to do my best, but I'm sure I did a shitty job on them. It was hard for me to review those movies. Another Q&A. And a lot of these, I don't know if they're still around, like You're Not Bond, or Action Be Trash TV Online, or Anacondas 101, or Crazy Ralph the 13th, or What Pisses Me Off 710. That's where you look back, you're like, man, wonder if any of these guys are still around. Video Vault guy. Like Anger 9172, or La Who's a Her, O to the H. I recognize these names from back in the day. I don't know if they're ever around anymore. Book Warrior 2012. Oh, to you guys, when that was when I did the test chase on 3D. Like, fine, I'll go watch the movie. But yeah, a lot of these, I don't think they're around anymore. I don't know. The Red Legacy, the Cobra Master, Flash Arrow. Man, crazy going back down enemy lane. Memory lane. Oh, this is when I tried this drink called Nazi Cola. I shit you not, that's the name of it. And from what I understand, it's pretty much Crystal Pepsi. It pretty much was. after tasting it later on. Crystal Pepsi. This is stuff I was sent that I was asked to review. Peacemaker, Dogs of War, Freddy 3911, Wolves 363, Murdered for Michael Keane, First Bar 100. Been very lucky with gifts. Extremely fortunate. Thank you. The Lethal Weapon reviews. This is me reviewing the James Bond films. Man. Going through more and more of the James Bond movies. This is when I got to be on the Sausage Factory for the first time, which is a lot of nice guys like Pizzow and B-Movie Mike and Jay the Stingray and Ort and many more. Still do it to this day. The Hunted, which I think is a very underrated flick. This is when I did a Bigfoot marathon. And there's one video, I think it's coming up, where it's like my message to Fox. I thought this was sort of a fun little video with my friends. Thought this was a fun little video. Because it was like, we were mad at 20th Century Fuckface, and then there's like, my friend Mike is talking about X-Men First Class. My friend Efree was talking about Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And we're just sort of fed up with 20th Century Fuckface.
Mediocre, overrated, overhyped. Shitfest. That's right, I said it. I think something weird is going on because
X-Men First Class, and I'll be honest, if I didn't watch it with them, I wouldn't have been able to sit through it. I would shut it off about halfway through. It's 2 hour and 9 minute running time. 132 minutes of pure torture.
I don't think it is an 8.1 to be honest. I'll give it 4.6 in my humble opinion. That's in my opinion.
8.1 out of 10 on IMDb. Don't agree with it. In fact, right now I'm giving it 1 out of 10.
Mediocre, overrated, overhyped, shitfest. Nothing at all. Nothing. That's right, I said it.
Stupid. Angel. Not Angel Salvadori, this bullshit with a fucking fairy bell. Tinker Bell, doing an X-Men.
Sorry, please. You're okay. You want to love the movie, my guess. Mediocre, not half-assed, nothing. Ignorant writing, nothing. That's right, I said it. Sorry, please. You're okay. You want to love the movie, my guess. I had enough of movie Fox. I really did. Not Rape of the Planet of the Apes. Not Rape of the Planet of the Apes. Sorry, please. You're okay. You want to love the movie, my guess.
Angel Salvadori, fucking fairy. She grows wings. Fairy wings, flies around, and I guess she shoots acid. She spits acid. The fuck is she? Is a xenomorph spitting acid here?
I'm tired of movies like this. I really am. I'm tired of this shit. It's like, I get it. I'm shit. We treat creatures, aliens, and other life forms like shit. I get it. I'm tired of getting. I'm fed up to you with that shit. I really am. That's my opinion on that. I'm tired of that. Now, rating for this film, really,
Don't fucking down from 50.
in all honesty, James Franco, John Lithgow, Andy Serkis, to me, can't save this movie. I understand what we're trying to do, but I've seen this plot done before, but better. Way better.
Give me a break. Acid spit is stupid. It's silly. You know, acid spit, that's your mutant power. When you spit on yourself, burning through your fucking head.
No, it didn't draw me in. It didn't get me involved. You know, the sequence, what happens to Caesar.
And this is actually the first video. Remember, way earlier I mentioned 20th Century Fuckface. I actually put that in this.
Come on, Danny. Dane Glover and the character.
Attempts at a simple fucking plot for Alien versus Predator that they couldn't use their brain to do. You know, once they say they could do Predators, Even though Rodriguez keeps insisting that, you know, he's got full control over the film and this and that. Well, let's see what happens on July 7th when this opens.
I don't know, there's a night side by the Jazz. A night side by 20th Century Fuckface.
Yeah.
I mean, Fox, I guess.
I like that. 20th Century Fuckface.
But, yeah, 20th Century Fuckface, you just, leave me alone with these movies, because
And this one I did a marathon, the Bigfoot movies. Yes, I did a marathon of Bigfoot movies. Some of them were pretty damn bad, like Bigfoot County, one of the worst fucking movies ever. But then there's some good ones. Creature from Black Lake was pretty good. I did see a Bigfoot porn movie called The Deep. To me, the best Bigfoot movies. Well, you have Night of the Demon, aka what I put. Did Bigfoot teach Jason Voorhees? Which you watched the 1989 Night of the Demon, you know what I mean. The two best ones to me is Harriet and the Hendersons and Abominable. Those two I really, really enjoy. TMNT is Foobarred. Well, that's when you find more about Nickelodeon and the stupid fucking pictures and 2014 movie. Because we're the end of that. The Diver 2 Dark Hero, which is pretty damn good. Air Force 7, horrible, underrated films like The Last Boy Scout, Eraser. Undisputed 3 is pretty good. Still haven't seen the fourth one yet. The Birds, that was a good movie. And then did to my birthday again, so I reviewed the Rambo films, the Ninja Turtle films, my ode to Michael Keane, great guy. My first intro to my channel, which why not? This first clip from the 1989 film Leviathan.
Hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack. I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Yeah, that was when YouTube pretty much said, well, this thing here, you needed an intro, which now there's a different video. You need an intro for your channel. I'm like, what the fuck is what do you mean intro? So then I made that video, made it within the day, filmed a couple of stuff, edited some stuff together, and there you go. More packaging videos from people like Waza999Able, which I don't even know if that person watches anymore. Corey, Freddy3911, Jan Hall, thank you so much. But sent quite a few of these animated DC films, and I've liked quite a few of them. I like Green Lantern First Flight. I like Justice League, The New Frontier, and The Dark Knight Returns with Peter Weller, and so forth. And then Corey had sent me quite a few movies he wanted me to review. Like The Watch, Cosmopolis, where I ate some of it during that rant. That's how pissed off I was. Batman Under the Red Hair, that was pretty good. Top 41 favorite horror films, which I'm sure that's changed nowadays. That's the DVD from overseas of Ninja Turtles, Turtles Forever, which has a much better cover and Just a better DVD. Just for some reason I needed to suffer through more Bigfoot movies. This podcast, that's the first time my friend Mike and I ever chatted. And this is back in the day, this group called Fight Runner. This is the old channel I had and the older channel Mike had. Because for Mike, he had OCP 001 and 2 and 3. I think a 4. Could be wrong on that. And I had old channels, and we would chat via text or messages. Then this people in this group called Fight Runner, and this guy, he's like, "Hey, I like what you guys do. Let me invite you to my podcast," which is cool. This is the first time I ever invited to a podcast. Same with Mike, and Mike was on one, and I was on one, and then we were both on the same one. And it was like, wow, this is the first time we ever got to chat with each other. And Fight Runner disappeared. I don't know where they went to, what happened with the guy. I know at the time he was having technical problems, but I don't know what happened to him. And I gotta say though, that was the first time Mike and I had ever talked, and I was able to find the podcast, and I uploaded it onto here. Blast from the Past, the Fight Runner podcast. The first time we had ever chatted with each other. Lane 618, huge on packaging, which were the Godzilla movies, which was a lot of fun to watch, these Godzilla movies. A lot of fun from the original, to Versus the Sea Monster, to Smog Monster, to Son of Godzilla, to all of this stuff. Godzilla vs. Godzilla 2, GMK, aka the Dead-Eyed Godzilla, as someone called it to me. Some more wonderful ideas from Victor and First Power 100. Thank you so much. Pork Chop Express, I believe that was the Video Nasties DVD. He sent me both of them, which was really cool. That was really nice of him, which I reviewed over here. The first one. And then Ennio the Maestro, this guy is always, another guy's been amazing and been insane with packages. If somehow these guys are watching, it's really, really humbling, man. I thank you guys so much. Thank you. I've been very, very fortunate. I keep repeating that this is true. Steering Movie 5, which I thought sucked, of course. Iron Man 4, that was pretty much me being a smartass going, it's this Robocop trailer reaction. This might as well be Iron Man 4. More reviews. Some of this was some of the stuff I was sent, like The Cleaner. One Good Cop, which was a good movie, and Country. This is when I was fucking with 1428 films because I thought the customer service sucked. Getting the Crystal Lake Memories stuff out. Class of 1999, really enjoyed. Really surprised by World War Z. It was shocked how surprised I was. True Lies, can't believe that doesn't have a fucking Blu-ray. Razorback, which I think is very underrated. My rant on Cursor Chucky with Mike, which a lot of people hated because they liked Cursor Chucky. Nightmare on Elm Street reviews. Gravity, which I saw in the theater twice. Really enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't. Leprechaun films 1 through 4, 5, 6. I didn't see Leprechaun Origins. Maybe one day. Leprechaun, such my dick. It can eat my shit. I don't know if anyone remembers, but I don't think it was on this channel. It might have been on my older channel. I did a song on Leprechaun to the tune of the music from Daylight. Yeah, I hate one of the worst fucking film franchises I've ever seen in my life. Who knows? Maybe if I ever see Leprechaun Origins, maybe that will come back again. Maybe. Two new additions to the family. Sadly, one of them we had to give. Me and my roommate had to give away. Well, we just couldn't have it there. Had a certain amount. Critters. There's the first. I had to re-review it because the first one was taken off. Damn, Dustin Keckler. I don't know whatever happened to him. Hope he's doing okay. Yeah, more random reviews. This is someone that sent me. Maybe it was Roger. Sent me these Tombs of the Blind Dead stuff, which I wasn't really a big fan of. But I mean, I tried to do the best I can. I know I sucked at the reviews. Slasher Fan 1995 again, Ghetto Jester 13. Thank you. I don't even know if they're still around, but thank you. Ninja Scroll, that's a fun anime. I don't watch a lot of anime, that was a good one. Reviewed the Omen films. Crystal Lake Memories documentary was good. The Hours, which one of Paul Walker's last films, and to me one of his best films. Worst of 2013. My friend Mike had seen the RoboCop remake, and I sort of interviewed him. And then that made me want to watch and review the RoboCop films, and then says I saw it for myself and hated it. And I guess I did dread because I'm like, that's better than the fucking, that's a real RoboCop, not fucking the RoboCop remake. Gravity, I gave another watch, I still enjoy it. Homefront, which, yes, there's a scene where Jason Statham's cat is kidnapped. Shit you not. Feeders 1 and 2, I think this was a re-upload. Because these are two of the worst fucking movies I've seen. Because you see this here? That's how they show that a cat's been killed.
Okay. I want to fucking try to make this quick so I can go on with my life.
Exactly. They did the Ghostbusters films, Speed films. I was getting back to the old WWF, so I was looking back to some of the old pay-per-views. Review of Twister, RIP. Yeah, I stopped doing RIP because this fucking idiot was pissed because, oh, you say RIP? Why don't you write out rest in peace? So I just, I don't know, by habit, started writing out rest in peace after that. Just crazy what people fucking bitch about. That's coming from me. But reviewed some, favorite movies of mine, comedies, Golden Child, Wicked at Bernie's, Summer School. More nice ideas from First Part 100. Micro CP. Reviewed the Dirty Harry films, which I enjoy all of them. Jan Hall was nice to send me some stuff. I'll send more of these movies that gave a review of, which is very nice. Some of them are really good, like Into the Sun and Demolition Eye. Talking with my friend Mike on what we think needs better DVDs. Warning Sign, which I think is an underrated film. Inframan, which is a film from my childhood. The Raid 2, which I don't hate as much as I used to. I didn't even hate it to begin with. I felt the movie was just too long. But then I did my own edit of the film where I took out literally half an hour and for me, it works better for me. So I never hated this film. It just I felt it was way too long of a movie. So I did sort of my own little fan edit of the movie, and I enjoy the film a lot more now. The action scenes are fantastic in this. The fight scene at the end is one of the best fight scenes in the past, I don't know how many years. I mean, that's 2014, but long, long time. Freezer, I thought it was a pretty damn decent flick with Dylan McDermott. More films that deserve a Blu-ray: Fade to Black, Murder by Phone, 88 Bells. That doesn't even have a DVD. More ideas from people: Mike Schenkel, Till, 88 Ennio the Maestro. Very nice people. Perry Fan 49. See, that's how lucky I've been. Look at this. I'm patching. It's insane. It's fantastic. Thank you. If any of these people ever see this and get this far in the video, because I know this is a long video, but why not? Rapid fire, fan counter with my friend Efree. Oh god, this turtle documentary. I was in contact with the people who did this. I was so pissed off with them. Because this finally came out after literally years and years and years of talking about it. And then they come up with a documentary that they call definitive, the definitive history, and like 70% of the history is missing. How the fuck is it definitive if 70% of the fucking history is missing? That's not what definitive means. It doesn't? Really? You sure about that? The fuck? Yeah, it's so definitive now they're working on a part 2. Which who knows if that'll ever get released. I'm like, if it's so fucking definitive, why are you making a part 2? But it was definitive. I don't think you know what definitive means. But I'm the bad guy. You don't talk about the 2003 cartoon. You say one sentence about the second film, Secret of News, saying, yeah, the movie sucks. And the third movie, yeah, it's bad, but it's better than part 2. What? I know that was Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. That's it. That's all I had to say about those 2 movies. Literally a minute of screen time. 30 seconds on, yeah, the second film sucked. The third film, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as part 2. What? Fuck, man. Fuck. Then some more video games. Let's Fail. Oh, a very nice guy named Jake who had sent me another. He sent me a webcam. Because the webcam I had fucked up and I was saving up money to get one. And then Jake sent me this. Very kind of him to do so. And a lot of these movies were ones people had sent me. Like Choke Canyon. This is before I found out what this guy did. Under the Gun, that's a pretty good one. Richard Norton, Downtown. I was sent the Universal Horror Monster movies, so I reviewed those. Majority of them I liked. And then for horror, I reviewed some of my favorites, but went more in depth. So like more in depth on Split Second, The First Power, Jack's Back, Shocker, my favorite Wes Craven film, CJ's Graveyard Shift, and Leviathan. Because you know it was way before I did that, but that's when I only had 15 minutes. I'm like, now I'm going to go more in depth now that I have more. The more deals from multi-super reviews, Business of Fear, Flying Ninja 1, First Part 100. If you guys are watching, if you ever see this, thank you so much. I don't want to shortchange that. I really don't. Gleam in the Cube with Christian Slater. I think that's a good one. I was sent this by a nice guy named Roger. That was really cool. Did a ranty counter on VHS, which I fucking forgot. We did that with my friend Mike. The Dame, my favorite David Fincher film. Lauren Francisco 31, thank you. Bad Exodus 1, First Power 100. One of the discs I got was the cap from, the type of cap from Over the Top, which was really cool. My rant on Olive Films and how they fucked up the Moontrap Blu-ray. This is a podcast I did, I think, with my friend Efree. Picked a random year, just going through the year of films of 2007. Reviewed the Exorcist films, the Psycho films, Alfred Hitchcock films. Oh yeah, Chris had sent me these old school cards, which I remember from when I was a kid. I love these Fright Flicks cards. They were so cool. Love that you put 79. Very nice person who had sent me quite a bit of stuff. This was another insane gift. Someone had sent me this Halloween box set, which was fucking insane, man. Fucking insane. And man, I just want to chat something real quick. Yeah, First Power 100 had sent me that, which was insane. And he sent me the Rocky set. And Love to Eat Puss 79 had sent me stuff, which was very nice of him to do so. Manny Cotillo, Travis, David. Yeah, I've been very lucky. Duckman XXX. I don't even, again, I keep saying that. I don't know if any of these guys are even around still. Or if I did something. Because a lot of times I piss people off and I don't even realize it until, like, I'm like, what? I didn't know. Seriously. I was at the Blob Blu-ray, which is really cool. And that was thanks to, oh God, who was it? Duckman XXS. That was fantastic. Thank you. One of my favorite movies of the 80s. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's always so humbling. People don't understand just how humbling it is when that stuff happens, man. It really is. And I don't deserve it because I just make videos, but thank you so much to all these people. And even just the people who comment and who watch, man. These are when the Stream Factory came out with these Blu-rays and I reviewed those. Two George Romero films I enjoy. This is when I was on an old wrestling kit, so I was reviewing a lot of the old like wrestling DVDs, standalone DVDs. Did a Hannibal Lecter marathon and Savage Streets. I think my friend Efree sent me that DVD. Still have it. The Christopher Lee Dracula films that were sent to me, I reviewed some of them. The IMDb files, where I just took a random year on IMDb and looked through them. Those were a lot of fun. Another nice package from Love Deep Put 79. Very cool stuff. Very cool. Nickelodeon can kiss my culo. They can still do that. I know we did like summer movies, the Candyman movies. A lot of random stuff. My friends and I did a fan commentary on Predator 2. That was a lot of fun. The Alien films. I think this is when I beat the shit out of a VHS tape on Alien 3. And this is where I started my marathons, like the Jean-Claude Van Damme marathon. A lot of these I have on playlists on the channel. It was my birthday month, so I reviewed a couple Van Damme films leading up to my birthday, like the essential ones. Pyramid Head, another nice guy. It led up to my second favorite Cyborg, my favorite Van Damme film, Hard Target. And then after my birthday, thanks to some very nice guys as well, Travis, Corey, First Power. I decided to go back and review most of the rest of the Van Damme films. Trun Fury, which I know they're making a movie of that now, but to me, this was the best fan film I had ever seen. I reviewed pretty much all of Van Damme's movies except the two kickboxer ones, the newer ones, and the UFO movie. Maybe one day I'll do those. Some nice gifts from PerryFan49 and Jan Hall. Thank you so much. Rest in peace, Mr. James Horner. Yeah, there's been some that I heard a lot, like Robin Williams, Bill Paxton, Roddy Piper. A lot of that's been really heard a lot, man. Reviewed the Jurassic Park films, Independence Day, Poltergeist films, the Terminator films, Pixels. This is a really cool book. UK VHS cover art. Yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Roddy Piper. That really hurt a lot, man. Reviewed the Mad Max films. Death of Superman Lives. That's a great documentary. Ghost Town. Let's see. Fantastic Four film. I didn't hate it. 3 O'Clock High. I liked it. Which got remade to a shitty movie called Fist Fight. Unfriended. I liked it. That was another one the nice guy had sent me. I think he was Bill Bon Jovi, I believe. Yep, Bill Bon Jovi. Thank you so much. I reviewed the Species films. Can't believe there was a Species 3 and 4. Then Wes Craven passed away, which sucked. Did a little mini marathon. People on the Stairs, Scream, Serpent the Rainbow. Fabio, very nice guy on here. He insanely sent me the Beavis and Butthead collection, the True collection that you can find online, and he put on DVD-R for me. One of the best gifts I've ever gotten. Thank you so much. It's all the uncut Beavis and Butthead stuff. It was insane gift. Awesome gift, man. And Michael Escobar. Very nice gifts from him. Especially later on with the PS3. Damn, man. I reviewed the Fantastic Four movies. Gave my thoughts on Beavis and Butthead after watching that stuff. Films I love like The Relic, As Above, So Below. Cooties I like. Volcano I think is underrated. Tremors 5 I hated. The Visit I really hated. A Shocker fan encounter with my friend Efree for Mr. Wes Craven. Miracle Mile, I think that's an underrated film. And yeah, 2009, my friend Efree and I had recorded the Slasher cast. Here's your Slasher films. I re-uploaded them. Re-edited them, re-uploaded them, which was a lot of fun. I did update movie collection. Lane 618 sending me more wonderful gifts. Mosquito, that was a really cool Blu-ray. Glad it deserved it. The Evil Dead film reviews, and then I played the video games. Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick to me should have been the Evil Dead 4. I've seen many clips of Ash vs. Evil Dead. I like this game a lot more. I'll say that. My friend Efree sent me a great Blu-ray. Review more of the Christopher Lee Dracula films that were sent to me. Yeah, this was a crazy glitch when I played the next Evil Dead game, Regeneration, which was fun, although not as fun as a Fistful of Boomstick.
Yeah, it was the other way. No? Whoa, what the fuck?
Now that's a glitch.
Well, I've never had this happen. The game glitched.
It fucking glitched. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I had to restart the whole fucking level because of that bullshit. Let me restructure this. Alright. And go back. Come on, you stupid thing. Go back. Go back. Thank you. Damn. Oh, what are you doing? Stop it. Oh my god, what are you doing? Come on, computer. It's like getting pissed that I'm recording too long. What the fuck happened? I didn't even click on that. Now I gotta do the. What the fuck are you doing, computer? Talk about glitching. What you doing? Well, sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck happened. As soon as I said glitch, fucking glitches. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun throughout the years doing this. There's been some unfun times. I mean, there was the director, Worf Teeter, who was pissed off because I hated his shitty Jeff Speakman movies he directed, like Scorpio 1 or Memorial Day. So I called him Worf Teeter, or Worthless Teeter, the Purple People Eater, and he didn't like that. There was one guy who was making this fucking 9/11 movie with zombies. I thought, wow, that's a shitty idea, and I said it. And he got pissed and threatened me and my friends. You better not say anything more. Yeah, your fucking movie idea sucked. A 9/11 movie with zombies? I thought your idea fucking still sucks. But I mean, Ben Ramsey, the director of Blood and Bone, star of the Tip Boxers, Lauren Avedon, Chatty Khan, at least on my old channel. You know, sometimes, and you see by amount of unpackaging videos, I've been lucky enough for a lot of gifts. And I'm a guy that's not popular. I'll never be popular. I'm not a popular guy. Hell, my friends Mike OCP and Pizzow, they have like thousands of more subscribers than me. Like my friend Mike, he has like 2,500 more subs than me. And they deserve it because they're better at it than me. I'm a nobody at this. I'm just a guy that just does a lot of videos because you know, I have fun doing them. There's a passion. And that's really the thing. You just gotta have a passion for it. I mean, I've learned long ago I'm not going to make money. I'm not going to get popular. I'm not going to be the big guys. I'm not going to be Jeremy Johns. I'm not going to be Chris Stuckman. I'm not going to be any of these other guys. I could do nothing and get people pissed off. Or I could do something and get get people pissed off. But it seems like a lot of people seem to like what I do and think I'm decent. I made a lot of great friends, which is the best gift of all. Like Michael CP Communications, Efree, Michael Keane, John Zero Cool, Aaron the Reese 007, Mario Radium, Fabio the Italian Stallion. A lot of very nice people. You know, the guys on the Sausage Factory like Pizzow and Ork and Jason Stingray, B Movie Mike. I've been invited to podcasts and do videos. I've received a lot of insane gifts from a Danny Glover Predator 2 figure doll recently to Blu-ray box sets and a, a prop of the Stuff Cup from Larry Towards the Stuff from Corey, Freddy 3911, and I got the Crocodile Dundee knife. Long ago I was sent the type of knife with the spikes and Cobra that the villain Cobra uses. I mean, that's insane. You know, Video Nasties DVDs, a lot of stuff, man. So I've been very fortunate. I don't deserve it because all I do is just, I'm not a popular guy, but I've been a lucky guy. So, you know, through the ups and downs, lefts, rights, and centers, it's been very decent. I guess that's why I'm doing sort of this long trip down memory lane to just give a constant thank yous to the people who did watch or are still watching or still tune in. And I'll still be honest on my movie reviews. I liked what I liked and I don't like what I don't like, and that's just how it is. People say I have a weird taste in movies. Yeah, it's my taste. It's my own taste in movies. That's why some may think it's weird. This is my taste. Some movies get better with age, some movies get worse with age. Just how it is. This is when I played the Resident Evil Regeneration game, Creed, Star Wars Force Awakens. This is when I was reviewing some of the old wrestling pay-per-views of WrestleMania. I was going to review all of them, but kind of gave up on it. Fan commentaries I did with my friend Efree on I Come in Peace and Aliens. Talked about some of the John Woo American films like Broken Arrow, The Killer, Paycheck. Well, The Killer's not American, but wanted to watch The Killer and Hard Boiled. This is when Dead Pit sort of closed their doors on their radio show. Doing my thanks to them. Very nice package from Travis. Classic Rocker, he sent me this, which was really cool. Daily Outbreak deserves a Blu-ray in my opinion. Mr. Blockworld. Very nice gifts from him. More wrestling pay-per-views I reviewed. I was going to do this ultimate marathon reviewing all the films from the 80s, but it got so much, and I got so discombobulated from the amount of stuff I would have to go through. I gave up pretty easily, but it was too much of a tall order. Because I tried, I got through some of them, but just too much of a task. It's better to do smaller marathons or so forth. Much more manageable. The three of us got together, talked about John Carpenter, which was really cool. Very much worth it. Q&As and fan commentary I did on my own, a Cobra. Kevin Smith movie marathon. I interviewed my friend who saw Ghostbusters, and he was pissed at the movie. And then I saw it, and I got pissed. Con Air, which I loved. Indiana Jones movie reviews. This is a great documentary. The story on the greatest fan film ever made. These guys made a fan film when they were kids. Took quite a few years to do on Raiders of the Lost Ark. I loved it so much, I went on their website and I bought a copy of their fan film, which I still have. Really enjoyed it. The Blu-rays of the American Ninja films, the first three I reviewed. Shouted the review guy. Hey, what can I say? I know he doesn't like me anymore, but at one point he was a nice guy and he sent me stuff and I reviewed it for him, like Keanu, so despite what he thinks of me nowadays, I still gotta thank him for his generosity at that point. Gotta be fair. Yeah, I reviewed more horror films I love. This was October. So I did Arachnophobia, Deep Rising, the Howling films, Watchers 1 and 2, Jason Dublin 1979. And Scott sent me some nice gifts. Scott also sent me some food, which was pretty cool, and soda, which was interesting. Thought that was pretty cool. I reviewed the Howling films, the Watchers films, the Ghoulies films, Ticks, The Fright Night films. Lane, aka Cody, sent me some nice gifts as well. Child's Play films, Waxwork films, really cool Blu-rays that came out. Did a commentary on The Blob, Maximum Overdrive for Halloween. Reviewed the Bill and Ted movies, the Back to the Future movies. Resident Evil 4, played that game. And the Steven Seagal movie-thon. It was fun at first. Until I got to stuff like The Foreigner. And it turned... Fuck. Black Dawn, sponsored by McDonald's. If you watch the film, you know what I mean. Shadow Man, Attack Force, Flight of Fury, Pistol Whipped. Pistol Whipped I didn't mind. But Kill Switch Against the Dark. Fucking man. Maximum Conviction was decent compared to this other shit. Sniper Special Ops. You should be sniped in the heart for watching the film. Code of Honor. You have no honors and you have no code. Seagal. Good Shot Straight. That fits you well. A Good Man. No, you're not, Seagal. I even played the game that was never came out and finished. And I even went, what the fuck did I just play? It's the final option. Me versus Seagal now. After watching your direct-to-video movies, I have a fucking... We're enemies now, Seagal. We're enemies. I love your early stuff, but man, it was tough getting through those direct-to-video movies. Holy shit. So I had to, like, let me cleanse it by watching films I like, some underrated films, you know. Heavy Metal, Cellular, Virtuosity, Blue Thunder, some really underrated movies. Oh, this is my friend Michael Keane. Some more fun stuff with him. I checked out his channel. His adventures have become legendary. So has his pain.
Okay. I am descending to hell. Shoot that alien's ass now. Shit! Get the fuck out of the way. Got it. Hit it once. Come on, come on. Motherfuck my ass! Goddamn piece of fucking shit. Fuck you guys. Motherfuck my fucking ass. So fucking close.
Oh my god.
Fuck me up my black ass. God. Department. Son of a fucking god, kiss my ass. I'm alright, guys. I'm alright. I'm just... Fuck you, guards. Got so close. I'll probably never get that fucking close again. Fuck this fucking shit piece of crap, fucking piece of goddamn motherfucking shit. I got so fucking close. It's fucking my fucking life. This is a fucking motherfucking pussy ass dick game. This is just like the man. We'll give a brother a break. Piece of shit.
Love him. I did a marathon of John Candy movies. More nice gifts from Heavy Metal Turtles and Scott. Some guy actually wrote this book, Mega Book of Revenge Films, and he sent it to me, one of my thoughts on it. So I gave him my thoughts on it. That telephone review, this is a re-upload of that where I synced both parts together. Me and Efree talking about films of 2017, what was coming out. Films I had seen like Doctor Strange and The Martian, which I liked. Money Monster. Did a fan commentary on Aliens and Predator 2 because Mr. Bill Paxton passed away. So I did a little Bill Paxton marathon, Weird Science, Navy SEALs, The Vagrant, One False Move, fan commentary on Twister, and new movies I enjoy like Tunstall Island, Zootopia, Get Out, Edge of Tomorrow. Zootopia I liked. I actually had to grab down DVD. And this is the unboxing I was talking about with Michael Escobar and his brother. Fucking PS3. I never would have thought that. And I was able to play Alien Isolation, which was a fantastic experience. One of the most intense experiences I've had playing any type of game. I thank you so much for that, Michael Escobar and your brother. More nice gifts from Cyan and Jack Dax 26. This film actually came out overseas, so I have to pick this up sometime. Game Over aka 3615 Code Priere Noel. It was Home Alone before Home Alone, and more of a intense horror version of Home Alone. It's a foreign movie. Did a little mini Jet Li marathon of his American films. And the next marathon, of course, Sylvester Stallone. Films I love like the Rocky films, except Creed. To Italian Stallion, yes, I even reviewed and watched that. Rebel, which is, to me, one of his worst fucking movies. The Rambo films I love. Scott sent me some really cool stuff. It was always cool when he did that. Staying Alive, which was painful. Cobra, one of my favorites. Over the Top, Love to Death. Lock Up, Tango and Cash, my favorite buddy cop movie. Cliffhanger, I love to death. Very nice stuff. Mike OCP and Matt Self. It was funny, my friend Mike and my friend Efree both sent me the house stuff. My friend Mike had the DVD versions, so he sent me those. Then my friend Efree sent me House 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, which was really cool. Because with Mike, I was able to have 3 and 4, and I was able to see 4, House 4. And then with Efree, I had the films on HD Blu-ray and a cool box. So they were both very cool. And then he sent me the Rollerball on Blu-ray, which was really nice. Demolition Man, which deserved defending, because I can't believe it needs defending. Get Carter, which I love. Daylight, I love. ICU, I think is very underrated. Alien Covenant, Jesus Christ. Spy Kids 3D. 3 Double D. Alien Covenant, more like Alien Common shit. And then I did a playthrough of Dead Space, which became one of my favorite games I've ever played. To me, it's a great game. I loved it. Loved playing it. I reviewed the House movies, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lane 618 had sent these to me a while ago, but I was just so busy with other stuff. I'm like, wait, I thought these were gifts, da da da. I didn't know these were things I had to review, and I felt bad, so I reviewed them later on. I like Saboteur and Strangers on a Train. Those were pretty good. I felt bad about that. Played The Evil Within. Another fun game. Very nice gifts from Jacob. Thank you so much. More. If you like horror movie trailers, Trailer Trauma 380's Horrorthon is well worth it because it's hours and hours of trailers in 35mm. And it's trailers from horror films in the 80s year by year. Definitely well worth it. More, and I love trailer compilations, so I show my collection. More nice gifts thanks to Corey, among others. Rituals, that's a very underrated film. Thought I was getting a Blu-ray, but then it got canceled, which sucked. The Mummy films. This is the video that got a few people like shouted at the review guy, pissed at me because I had someone tell me that I made people buy me stuff, which I'm like, what? I'm the master puppet master? And I did this, and it was totally tongue-in-cheek, and everyone understood it except that guy who had the 180 viewpoint, which I didn't understand. Everyone else understood the video. Look at the other comments. It was me making fun of the person who was saying I was giving mind control to people. He literally said I was mind controlling people. I was making fun of that person. I wasn't making fun of people who send me stuff. Everyone else understood that, but this one guy, and he got pissed. See, sometimes that's why it happens. I don't get it. Don't get it, man. Just more films and stuff that Corey had sent me that I reviewed, and Freaky Fucking Friday, that discussion with the Blob. This is that video there. I was sent the game Fear, and they asked for me to play it, so I played it. And then 6 months ago, after I played that, I did more reviews. I was going to do films alphabetically then, so that's why I did like 2001, 2010, 20 Days Later, 1408. I'm like, oh, let me see the other film that Sam Jackson and John Cusack were in that was Stephen King and Cell, and that was a piece of shit. Rest in peace, Mr. Tobe Hooper. More films that were sent by nice people, including Till from Germany. Another amazing package. Ennio the Maestro. That's how I was able to get films like Remo Williams and really cool stuff. Really cool stuff, man. Nice gifts from Jacob. Crocodile. That is a horrible fucking movie. Black Rain. Great movie. Hard Justice. Underrated movie. I would say best movie David Bradley has been in. Fortress is great. Fortress 2, not so great. I reviewed all the Underworld films. I was sent the ambulance as part of that gift. That was really cool. Really cool gift. Then for Tobe Hooper, I reviewed some of his movies. Chainsaw Massacre, Eggshells, The Funhouse. Did a Poltergeist fan counter with Mike. Night Terrace, which wasn't so great. The Mangler, which is... I love it. I love The Mangler. Mortuary, not so much. Gin, not so much. Someone asked me, do you God of War 3? I played that game. The Rise and Fall of Eddie Murphy with my friend Efree. Fun picture there. Right here. Resident Evil Revelations. Stephen King's It, which I know another guy named Joseph Perdue hates my ass now because of this, because he went, when. I'm like, well, okay. And I tried to talk to him because he was friends with me on Facebook for a long time. Then he blocked me before I could respond, so I'm like, well, then fuck you then, punk. Just because I didn't like the fucking movie. Yeah, this is my start of my kidnap debacle. Back then, 14 minutes missing, and then, oh, okay, there is a longer version. It's in Canada. Some new movies I do like. Happy Death Day, Hitman's Biter. Some I don't. Cult of Chucky. Underrated films like Cowboys and Aliens. Some Christmas stuff like Jingle All the Way and Scrooged. Some things I think have false. Like Shin Godzilla. Wonderful package from Duckman 1979. I was also sent by a very nice guy the Godzilla movies. Also Antlion Alpha and Jacob, aka Stoner Crazy Clips 222. And there you go. Lane 618 Cody. Those were the Godzilla stuff. Among others. And Brandon, who sent me the nice skull ring, which I love. Sonny Bean, very nice guy who sent me quite a bit of stuff, which is crazy. Great. And then a nice guy named Jillian who sent me crazy stuff like the knife from Crocodile Dundee, and this is me trying to do streams, and the gift I got, and then my recent review of Blade Runner, which was not a rant, folks. I promise it was not a rant. I ranted on some aspects of it, like the unicorn bullshit, which I don't like, but overall, I do think it's a solid movie, but I do, for me personally, find some flaws with it. So that took what, 8 hours? But I just want to say thank you so much. It's been so much fun. I'm sure by the time this is uploaded, I'll be back to 9,000 subscribers. But hey, call it a 9,000 subs celebration then. To those who watched this far, thank you. And let's end it with this, and let's see what comes in the future. That's for my rant on the Thing prequel. Fucking A. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.